With the race to acquire WB Discovery right now in full swing, CNBC was able to reach out to Disney and get a statement whether or not Disney is going to be submitting a bid and or purchasing WB Discovery because, hey, they could. So now we got an answer. Disney owns a lot of IP, and they could and eventually will own a lot more. Now, recently, there's been discussion whether or not Disney was going to make a bid on WB Discovery and all their assets, including DC Comics and DC Studios. People will tell you that they would say no and that they were unable to, which is a factual lie. This is coming from the same people that keep throwing around the phrase monopoly and that Disney has a monopoly when they don't understand what that means. Disney, to have a monopoly on Hollywood, would mean that they own all the production means of films and TV. They do not. Learn what a monopoly is before you sound like a complete moron. But then again, it's YouTube and insiders who don't know any better, so here we are. So we're talking about it. But yeah, CNBC and Deadline reached out to Disney whether or not they are going to be putting out a bid on WB Discovery. And Disney's CFO, Hugh Johnson, did reply to this. And he says what they're doing right now is the same thing that Disney did 10 years ago with Fox. And what they did with Pixar, what they did with Lucasfilm, and what they did with Marvel Studios. They are out there and acquiring assets that are good for them. He says as a result of what Disney's done and the powerhouse that they built, that they are not going to participate in the buyout of WB Discovery and that they are officially not even submitting a bid. Again, Disney could. I don't understand why some of you people cannot understand this. Disney could. They would acquire them. It would be allowed to go through because, again, it's not a monopoly. There is no such thing. Literally, there isn't. It doesn't exist here. They would. But they would have to drop another 70, 80 billion. And for what? They would acquire them, and then they're putting out even less content than ever before because they would have all these properties. And not everything is a guaranteed hit. We've seen that the Fox IPs that they're using are strategic and the ones that are guaranteed to hit. Of course, they're not going to revive some dormant, dead franchises that aren't going to go anywhere. They're not going to touch Independence Day. What's the point, you know? They'd be in the same position. So they've officially confirmed, look, yeah, we could bid, but we're going to let them fight for it because we have everything we need. So now it's down to all the others. And of course, we got to wait and see who's going to pull out ahead. And if you guys are interested on a bigger discussion on who we think is the best one, stay tuned for this week's podcast dropping on Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, where Mitch and I really go into it. Thank you for checking out that video, and thank you for your continued support. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, do whatever you will. And if you're so inclined and would like some additional content from us, which includes unfiltered content and bonus discussions, we do offer exclusively in our member section. We hope to see you there. So thank you for watching and have a good one.